You got one already?
I do have one already. I do.
I haven't even gotten baited.
Nice.
Got it in the water yet.
That's it.
I guess that's a good start.
I am at home
What do we
because
got? Ooh,
that
nice gill.
is
That's
a
a great
really
gill to start.
nice gill.
Let me tell you something
Look at
about
that
fish
guy.
right there. Well, in fish like that one
awesome.
right there, here's what happened. I'm driving around looking for fish, and I've got my graphs set up on 2D sonar when I start looking around. But here's the thing, we're in just a nasty cold front. And what's happened, I mean, you can see the winds out of the north today, it's cloudy. We're in one of those fronts that I'll tell you what, it's gonna take a while for the fish to raise and get going. That's a great gill to start our day right there.
Fantastic.
But here's what we did here. I'm driving around looking for fish, and these fish were down lower than I expected them to be, and I wasn't sure if that was a fish or not that I saw on there. So it was really, really simple, especially a fish like this.
Hold on.
All of a sudden,
that is fantastic. That is so good. I got to mark it. And you know what else? There is a school of these guys down there, and all I did is I pressed one button, and now we can come back to those. It's as easy as that to mark them.
Yep. And here's what I did though to really figure out that that's what that was. I wasn't
go
sure.
back.
I mean, this could have been a little clump of weeds. It could have been a lot of different things. But what it was as soon as I went to my down imaging screen, what that does is it sends down a thin layer of sonar. It's almost like just taking your camera and taking a picture. And all of a sudden, everything was clear. I could see individual marks instead of just that blob of color. So what you gotta understand is, when you go out with 2D sonar's awesome. That's where I start every day. I spend most of my time in 2D sonar, but I flip over to that down imaging, and here's what I found out. All of a sudden, all those marks were there. I knew we were on those fish. And the minute I knew that, it was really simple. I didn't even have time to get baited up. Jeff's already out the back with his float, and he's catching fish.
Look, this is killing me. I'm looking at all the fish, and what John's saying is true. Down imaging really lets you look fish. I cannot stop from pressing the mark button because there are other 3 schools that we just went over.
There's a lot of
It really
fish.
works.
There's a lot of fish here. Let's get the lines back in the water, but I'll tell you what, keep that in mind. One of the really neat things that I've done here is I have set my presets on this brand new Helix 9 so that I can go back and forth between down imaging and normal 2D sonar, and I can pop back and forth that fast, and it makes all the difference in the world. Let's get these lines back in the water here. Oh, shoot.
It's lit up.